Hey Cottonwood Valley followers, it's Matt out here in the greenhouse on Saturday, April 25th. Major apologies, it's been a long time since we've done a regular YouTube video, but life has been very busy. But out here I just want to do like a quick 1-2 minute video, show you what's going on in the greenhouse. About 3,000 seedlings back here behind me going on. Some are getting pretty close down here on this end. Planted early March, we got tomatoes down here, bell peppers going through, but like I said, it's been a really busy spring season for me and the family, just work things and whatnot going on. It's also been a very weird spring season with really warm, like 80-degree days back in March. It's one of those, do you jump the gun and go a little early? Do you hold back, worry that, you know, when you have those warm days, you might get some cold ones following up? Long story short is, 2 months in, I still don't know what the right answer is, but I'm sticking to my original calendar, which is pretty close to what I did last year for our first season. And we'll probably be getting things in the field a little bit later than a lot of others, but it's just a risk you go with, but sticking with it. So let me walk you through what we have going on here in the greenhouse, and we'll start down here on the far end. All the way down here, look at these gorgeous tomatoes we have growing. These are the Hasinator variety. They're a determinate field variety. They're our only determinate tomato we're growing this year, but just gorgeous ones coming in. Like I said, these were started on March 2nd. Then we get into a lot of heirloom varieties coming in here, just gorgeous on them. These are the Mountain Vineyard. These are a grape tomato in here. Then we get some Cherokee purples. We've got Mortgage Lifter, and we've actually got some Kellogg breakfast ones. I believe they're the ones back here. That'll be a yellow tomato. I've never grown yellow tomatoes before. Started at that same time. We got 3 flats of eggplants to get transplanted out in the field. Really fun to grow, fun to watch them grow. Then all the way in the back here, we have 8 rows of just the standard King Arthur bell pepper. They can be picked as a green or a red. So those were the really early starters that all started in the basement. Then here in these next 20 trays are our, fast growing crops. These were planted on April 14th for the most part, so about 10, 11 days ago. And they'll be ready to go in the field in about 2 weeks. So what we have here, we have our yellow summer squash in this tray. Timeout. So when I say these, all of these that are in these trays here, these 20 trays, will be just one of many successions, maybe 2 or 3 successions of the planting. So that's why they're here. Last year, I just let them get too leggy trying to grow in the greenhouse. So starting them actually a little bit later than last year, hoping that they're just a little bit more able to handle the weather and elements out in the field. When they get so leggy and we plant them into the plastic mulch, sometimes they're so top heavy that they just whip around out there on the plastic. So that's why I started them about a week later than last year. So anyways, like I said, yellow squash. Then we get into our zucchini. Look at these. Then we have our slicing cucumbers here. We have our cantaloupe. I got 4 trays of those going on. So excited to get those. I think I have 3 successions of cantaloupes going on. Then we get into our pickling cucumbers here. Then we've got some watermelon flats and okra flats. So, like I said, we got peppers, tomatoes, eggplants, all of that going on here. I did actually start 1 tray of these marigolds this year. Never grown flowers out here, but marigolds are supposed to add a lot to the garden. One, if I can bring some pollinators in, that'll be a great help. And I plan on just sticking those in places maybe where a transplant fails, or maybe at the end of the rows, things like that. And I've also heard they're a great way naturally to prevent some pests and what coming in. Then later today, I'm gonna up pot 400 mammoth jalapeno peppers. These need up potted very bad. They're in a 200 count tray. If you look at them, really small cells. Then they'll be going to these bigger ones, so you have that idea. A few leftover tomatoes that didn't fit in the trays. And lastly, some onions. Those are far from all the onions. I have 1,600 plus onions out in the garden already. Just want to encourage everybody to keep following along. YouTube's been a little slow on the regular videos, so make sure you're following us on the YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram and Facebook are probably the 2 places updated the most often. And a lot of times they're just a quick little video reel lately, but thanks for following along. It's hard to believe in about a month and a half, we'll be ready for the farmer's market season. So thanks for following along.